It is the criminal who is responsible. Those people who break law will face both CRPC and municipal laws. CRPC allows police to use danda and municipals, JCB. Now, whether it was done in the period of Congress, whether it was done in the period of BJP or Aam Aadmi Party, that we will investigate. But if there is a illegal construction, if there is unlawful activities, then law will take its own.
So if I was to stay with that argument that law must take its own course, Vinitji, then please tell me, how does it happen that none less than the Supreme Court of India gives a stay order and yet bulldozers are pressed into play? Is that also not a violation of law?
Thank you very much for asking this question. Supreme Court was within its right to issue a halt order. The moment the officers received it, they have stopped the work. There will be discussion, there will be presentation from both the sides, and let's see what court comes out. But let me just request through your channel to the Lordship that they also given a judgment in 2005 where loudspeakers were not to be used after 10 o'clock in the night till morning 5 o'clock. Well, I would request the Lordship to remind all of us and force us to implement that decision also. Let me also remind Lordship through your channel is that when they gave right to my Hindu sisters to enter Sabrimala, they did not give right to my Muslim sisters, and I am very pained that my Muslim sisters can't become imam, they can't go to Sunni masjid and pray. They also have an equal right. They should also comment on that particular part.
So you are basically, that's an interesting spin that you're bringing in, Vinitji, that why shouldn't we why look at the Supreme Court order if it has been passed as a final word? Because if in the past similar statements have not been, similar orders have not been followed, then it is wrong on our part to expect that the order should be followed this time around as well.
No, I'm just pained to see this. And I'm also pained to see that there are people who just rise up and they say, Jai Shri Ram is a provocative sentence, it is a war cry, it is something which is hurting us. But La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah is an emotional call. Both of them are emotional, both of them.
No, but what has that got to do with the Supreme Court order which has been given as of yesterday but not been followed today?
There's nothing difference in this particular part. When Supreme Court tells us that stop, we have stopped. So what is wrong?
When did you stop? When did you stop? But look at the demolition that's gone on. I'm saying there may well have been illegal encroachments, and those illegal encroachments certainly need to be removed.
No. The moment orders from Supreme Court were received, it was stopped.
Moment when it was received, but from the moment when it was passed to the moment when it was received, the damage is done.
No, but the administration cannot wait till that time. Till the orders come, you have to wait. Who would like to support this kind of arguments? We'll have to expose these enemies within who are there. Second majority is now not a small minority. They are second majority. And we don't play with this. And Bharatiya Janata Party does constructive activity. Let me give you one example. The dropout ratio of female Muslim childs have come down drastically. This is the effort which we have done. To help my Muslim sister, we brought in a law, triple talaq, where she gets justice. If you see 2011 census, you will see that the Muslim population grows by 24.6%, whereas Hindu population grows only by 16.8%. Every time there is a 3 child in a Muslim community born, then only there are 2 children. Now, isn't this a protection? When we distributed free rations in the lockdown period, we never asked, "Tera naam Sarla hai ki Savita hai ki Salma hai?" It was given to everybody. When midday meals have been given, it has been given. The constructive activities which has been done by Gupta ji, ये मुहावरा, इसको एक मुहावरा फिट होता है जो आप बोल रहे हैं, मुंह में अल्लाह बगल में भाला, परफेक्टली फिट होता है कि मुंह में अल्लाह है आपके, लेकिन बगल में आपके भाला रहता है. कांग्रेस जिसने तुर्कमान करके मेरे मुस्लिम भाइयों को तकलीफ दी, वो आज कांग्रेस उनके लिए छाती पीट रहा है. वो कांग्रेस जो उनको इलीगल एजुकेशन सिस्टम मदरसाओं में ढकलता है ताकि वो लेबर ही रहे, कभी अच्छी जिंदगी नहीं जिए, कभी एयर कंडीशन घरों में ना रहे.
ये आपका मानना है ना? ये आपके
हम चाहते हैं कि फॉर्मल एजुकेशन में जाए, हम चाहते हैं कि वो फॉर्मल एजुकेशन में जाए, हम चाहते हैं कि वो पढ़े लिखे इसके कंट्री के अंदर पार्टिसिपेट करें. किनको तकलीफ है? देखिए, ना किसी आतंकवादी का धर्म है, ना किसी जिहादी का धर्म है, ना किसी दंगाई का धर्म है, ये ना ही जेसीबी का धर्म है. जेसीबी तो उसी पे चला कि दंगाई है, उसका धर्म क्यों पूछ रहे हो?
गरीबी तो हर जगह पर है, गरीबी तो हर जगह पर है.
नहीं, ऐसा है, आप लोगों ने जानबूझ के ढकला है. आपने जानबूझ के फॉर्मल एजुकेशन सिस्टम से दूर रखा है. कभी कोशिश की मुस्लिम बहनों के लिए कभी ट्रिपल तलाक लाने का कोशिश किया कि एक लॉ लाए ताकि उनको प्रोटेक्शन करे? कभी नहीं किया आपने सर.
मैं तो ये क्या, देखिए साहब, देखिए गोयनका जी, you know, the issue Mr. Gupta and Mr. Goenka, the issue is very simple. The issue is that there is law of the land, there is Supreme Court, the Supreme Court gives an order and that order deserves to be followed. If that order is not followed, then do I say that there are 2 gangs which are at play here?
The law of the land says, दंगा करोगे तो पुलिस के डंडे खाओगे, दंगा करोगे तो म्युनिसिपैलिटी का जेसीबी भी आएगा।
आप बंद कर दीजिए उनको, आप जेल में बंद करिए, आप उनका घर तोड़िए, बिल्कुल करिए।
They will be identified.
अरे लेकिन वही सुप्रीम कोर्ट, see, but
And I'm
that's
sure
what,
police is working on that.
that's the
Already
whole
25
point.
people have
That's
been rounded up.
है, कभी you know, all kinds of phrases can be described against both parties. But Vinit, I'm still on the fundamental point. What do you think when the Chief Justice of India, look at the statements being made by the Chief Justice of India, does it sadden you, Vinit, as a citizen? You know, we're all law-abiding citizens. When the Chief Justice of India said this is not good, this doesn't augur well for India's democracy, look at what the world will think of us. How do you respond to these statements being made by none less than the Chief Justice?
I'll respond to you, and I'll also respond to my good friend Siddharth ji. Siddharth ji, did you ever think of upliftment of Muslim society, especially Muslim girls? Then you would not have funded the salaries of Maulvis. You would have funded salaries of teachers. You have stopped salaries of teachers in MCD schools. You funded house. You never have funded a single school. Show me a single school of MCD where you have funded it. You have time to go to Vatican, but you never visited Bhairav Temple or you never visited Kalka Temple. So that talks about your mentality. Did you ever visit Sain Bagh? If you are so hitaishi the, तो चाहते आप भी वहां पे खड़े रहते, आप गए नहीं वहां पे. Sir, you want their votes. You oppose us. You give examples of Rakshas and you compare the policeman who is doing his duty with Rakshas. I feel shame on you. There is no other enemy within like you, sir, when you criticize law-abiding person. You are a party of Tahir Hussain. You are a party of Amanatullah Khan. You are a party of those people who indulge into riots. And they will talk to us on all this kind of thing. You should feel shame about this. And let me remind you, times have changed. खाकी से डरेंगे? मैं खाकी मतलब कोई हमारे आरएसएस के हाफ पैंट वाली खाकी नहीं बोला, मैं पुलिस की खाकी बोल रहा हूं आपको. नहीं तो फिर नीली वर्दी वाले आरएफएफ वाले आएंगे और फिर म्युनिसिपैलिटी के जेसीबी भी आएगा. दंगा किया तभी तो हमको पता चला, नहीं तो हमको तो लगता था कि अच्छा इलाका हम क्यों जाएंगे वहां पे. दंगा किया तो पता चला कि आप वहां पे इलीगल कंस्ट्रक्शन भी करेंगे और मस्जिद के अंदर से पत्थर भी मारेंगे. ऐसा कैसे होगा? थोड़ा तो संभल के रहना चाहिए. मुझे लगता है कि आम आदमी पार्टी ने सोचना चाहिए, देश के फैब्रिक को तोड़ना नहीं चाहिए, पुलिस को राक्षस नहीं बुलाना चाहिए.